What's up, guys? Team APS here with a squad alert. We're trying to let you guys know what you need to do before you buy cards online.
Yes. In today's video, we're going to give you some tips because a lot of people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Want to buy cards online, right? There's a lot of benefits to that.
If you don't have a shop nearby,
or you just can't, get your hands on cards by pulling them from packs,
or you have a terrible collection so you can't trade.
Yeah, so buying cards online is good. A lot of people do it, and there are a lot of different places where you can buy them online.
And you can get them on the low.
But when you're buying cards online, you do have to be careful of a lot of different types of sort of scams,
pitfalls, traps.
Yeah, stuff you should be aware of. So in this video, we're going to give you guys some tips, things to look out for.
Watch out for repackages.
Yes, repackages are a really popular thing, especially on sites like eBay.
Box of Flames of Destruction. Repack.
A repack is basically when people take existing Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs of Flames of Destruction, they carefully open them, and then they actually fill them with random cards. They might be cards from Flames of Destruction. They might even say like, oh, you're gonna get 8 commons and a rare. But, but you're not gonna get, any hollows, right?
And if any hollows you do get, they're not the ones you wanted. There's so many people who are doing these like box hunting, right? They're trying to get a cheap box. They see this box. Let's say it's a Flames of Destruction box for like $17, and like, whoa, what?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. They always price them like super cheap. Like a normal box might cost $60, and this repacked box is like $30. And also another thing on a related note is make sure that whatever you get is Konami sealed. That needs to be in like the product description of some kind.
Factory sealed.
Yeah, because if it's not Konami sealed, that means that those boxes could have been searched.
Yep.
People scale.
Could have been scaled, searched. So scaling isn't as popular as it used to be, but still doable.
Yeah, what is scaling exactly, for those who don't know?
That's when you take one of those like cooking scales and you find the minute differences in the packs because hollows are heavier than normal cards.
Right.
So especially back in the day when not every pack was a guaranteed hollow.
Yeah.
So packs with hollows were actually heavier, and if you had the time and the people at your local Walmart weren't gonna trip about it, you could just sit there and
weigh packs and just only buy the ones that have, hollows in them.
And it's proven you will get more hollows that way.
Yeah,
it's also grimy.
It's a very grimy practice, and the thing is, people can just do that, get all the packs that have hollows, and then just sell the rest of the packs on eBay.
Yeah, and they can even put them as factory sealed.
And the thing is, they can always just claim like, oh, well, you were just unlucky, you just didn't pull any hollows. That's not our fault.
Yeah, it's a chance-based game, right?
But that's why you want to make sure that everything you buy is sealed, because if it's not...
Factory sealed, especially if it's a box, that you want that plastic around it.
Yes. Next tip is carefully check the conditions of cards you buy. This goes more, I guess, for singles than for buying packaged products, stuff like that.
The conditions are mint, near mint,
and then it kind of...
lightly played, moderately played, and damaged.
Yeah. And you might get some variance with that, right? Like, some people will say, like, heavily played or, lightly, whatever. But that's the general scale.
Or ungodly damage. That's my own personal one.
So you always want to make sure that you check this. It's so easy to get in a rush to buy a card, especially a popular card, and you see it for, like, a really good price. Like, Ash Blossom's, $40 or $50 right now. But you see one that's like $20 and you're just like, oh wow, great deal. Let me just, let me buy it, right? But then it turns out the condition is like heavily played and it literally has like a bend in it or like all the corners are like...
I've seen it where they won't even actually write out the condition. It'll just be like 1 or 2 letters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you might see D and it's like, oh, that can't be
D,
that
like
bad.
What's that even mean?
Damage.
Yeah, D could stand for damage or like LP, lightly played.
Oh, they meant life points, right?
Yeah, and it's really deceptive. Mainly the conditions that you want to search for are mint and near mint.
Yep.
It's going to vary a lot from seller to seller.
It's
and that's
so subjective.
That's why pictures are important.
Yeah.
Because I've ordered cards that were like lightly played or moderately played, and they actually came in a condition that I was okay with.
Or sometimes you'll get an older lightly played card and it might as well be damaged. Watch out for lots and lotteries.
Yes, let's talk about those. What's that about?
So a lot of times, when people are like trying to sell away their collection, they'll offer to sell. They'll be still selling basically in bulk. The reason why lots and lotteries can be deceptive is because they'll usually lead with the name of something you want.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
They'll say Flames of Destruction pack. But it'll be mixed in with, let's say,
Star Pack brains or something. I don't know. Yeah, they'll mix it in, and so they'll kind of make it's deceptive. It's like, oh, you get a lot. You'll get like 10 random packs, and it's got like Flames of Destruction in it, and like, you know, whatever the
Cross Souls,
Dark Saviors or Cross Souls. But then like it's also got lots of battle packs, star packs.
And those battle packs.
You know, the types of sets, kind of the bad hidden arsenals. Another type of common lot, or well, the next one really is Lotteries. That's an older eBay practice. They've kind of cracked down on that more, but it's the thing where like it says something along the lines of, I'll roll a 20-sided die, and like if I roll a 19, you get an Ash Blossom, but anything else, you get a random assorted common card or rare card, and
it'll be cheap too.
And like what you said before, they usually lead with the name of the card you want.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they lead the name of the auction, like Ash Blossom Lottery, and it's like
$1.
If I'm saying, oh, I'll roll a die, and if I roll a 6, you get the Ash Blossom. If I roll anything else, you don't. You can't prove what they rolled. When you get the random rare card,
it's like you gotta stream the roll.
Yeah, exactly. What are they gonna do? Live stream this? And then when you get a bad card, you're gonna like message them and be like, "Oh, I didn't get the Ash Blossom." And they're like, "Oh, well, it was just
This is a lottery. It was just by
chance.
I mean, you took your chance. You paid your money." The kind of moral of these first three is, if the price looks too good to be true, it is. And that leads us to our fourth tip. Watch out for smoke and mirror descriptions.
Yes.
And titles. It's a combination of both. You might read a title that says like 3x Ash Blossoms, and then it'll be at whatever price. Let's say it's like $30. It's like, whoa, that's sick.
Yeah, great deal. Let's buy this.
But regardless of whatever else happens, the description might say something like damaged Ash Blossom 3 available.
Yeah. And that's a tricky one.
Yeah. So you might think, oh, I'm buying 3 Ash Blossoms, but instead it's actually 1 and it's damaged.
Yeah. And, you know, the whole idea of...
Or it's foreign. Or OCG.
It's foreign, or fake. Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Orica. Gotta watch out for those Orcas.
Orca, that's a good one, yeah. There's a lot of things like that. So let's explain each of those real quick. So first of all, OCG cards. Be careful of that. Because in the OCG, a lot of these cards are printed in much lower rarities. Mm-hmm. Cards like, you know, some secret rares might be supers in the OCG. And so you're looking through these listings on eBay or something, and you see like an Ash Blossom that's $9.99, but it's like the OCG one. Yeah. Don't take that.
Do not get baited. Even if the picture on the listing is the TCG one.
Yeah.
Because on eBay, the picture doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, you have to make sure you're actually reading the power description. Then Orcas, definitely Orcas.
Orcas are, I hate to say it, they're fake cards.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to their credit, they're fan-made cards. Like, you know, people use Orcas as proxies sometimes, or different like anime versions of cards. But those aren't the real cards, so you have to be careful of that.
And they're not tournament legal. You will not be able to bring them to an event.
Yeah, so then they'll, of course, lead with the same name as what you're looking for. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Orca at the end.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and they'll just kind of slip that in.
Quantities.
Yeah.
A lot of times there will be a quantity in the description, but in the title.
Yeah.
But in the description, it'll just say like how many is available, and it'll give you the option to select your quantity.
It's two separate things, and It's very deceptive.
The title is not necessarily what you're getting. You have to read those descriptions and know what they mean.
And the last tip is to read reviews and leave reviews. Because I feel like everyone's kind of had an experience where they've gotten scammed, right?
Yep, we've all been burned.
It happens to us all, and the last thing you want is for it to happen to someone else, or even for it to happen to you again.
Or at least you want to tear down their rating on eBay.
Exactly. You don't want everyone else to have to suffer from this. The types of people you never want to trust on eBay are the ones who their eBay account was created like a week ago, and they have 0 sales.
Or the one has been around for a while, but it has like pretty rough
their percentage is like 63% or something.
Yeah, which means things have gone wrong pretty often.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot of mixed reviews. It might be in shipping and stuff like that.
In school children, 60 is a D.
That is very true.
It's very true for eBay.
So, make sure that you're reading reviews, and when you have a good experience with a seller, leave them a good review.
Yep. Let other people know this is a safe place to get product.
And when you have a bad experience with a seller, definitely leave the bad review. Be thorough, be descriptive, let people know.
Down, give them that 1 star, leave that nasty, hateful review. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, a lot of these sites nowadays, I mean, they allow you to even report sellers. They sometimes don't allow sellers to like hide their reviews, so you want to make sure that you post about that.
And if you leave them a bad review, it might prompt them to try and fix the problem.
Yeah, that's also true. Sometimes it maybe will cause them to turn over a new leaf, which would be a good thing. So, all in all, I mean, those are just some great things to keep in mind and watch out for.
Yep.
If you are buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards for the first time online.
Because this is your money.
But there is a place you can go.
There is a safer alternative to those websites.
That is a lot more reliable.
That puts the players first in these transactions.
What is it called?
TCGplayer.com.
You don't say! TCG Player, our channel sponsor, is actually a very great place to buy cards online. It's really easy to search. They've recently added a pictures feature so you can see the conditions of cards.
But you can also buy foreign cards or whatever suits your fancy. You can get the right rarities,
the right rarity,
editions,
correct,
conditions.
And there's lots of ways to read reviews that other people have had from a seller. You can know how quickly they ship, if the condition was good, if they provided tracking information. Always very important. If an order doesn't go as planned and sellers don't respond to your messages, then they're forced to give you a refund.
Yep.
That's a really nice type of buyer-seller protection thing going on there that not every site offers.
If you guys had any crazy experiences or have any other tips to give people, go ahead and drop that in the comment section below.
Actually, yeah, what's your worst experience buying cards online?
Ooh, that might be a negative real.
Yeah, that could get a little crazy, but I mean, you gotta share the stories, let us know. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Hopefully this was helpful. Maybe you should share it with other friends who are new to the game and are just getting into buying cards online.
If you want to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest happening here at Team APS, go ahead and hit the bell, join the squad.
Yes, and yeah, it's gonna be it. We will see you guys in the next video.
Pass turn.